Washington, D.C., August 20th, 2025. Tensions were on display at Union Station as U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, and White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller greeted National Guard troops deployed under President Donald Trump's emergency order. The visit came as protesters gathered nearby, chanting "Free D.C." in defiance of the ongoing federal security presence. Officials shook hands with service members and posed for photographs, while demonstrators outside accused the administration of occupying the nation's capital. The heavy security presence follows Trump's controversial decision to deploy the National Guard across Washington earlier this month, a move the White House insists has already led to a sharp drop in crime. Vice President Vance touted early results, citing a 35% reduction in violent crime and a more than 50% decline in robberies in just 9 days. He framed the deployment as a test case for restoring public safety and suggested the president may extend the order beyond its initial 30 days if necessary. Pressed by reporters on whether Congress would approve, Vance deferred to Trump, saying the president alone would determine whether to extend the measure. The vice president struck an optimistic tone, arguing that progress was already visible and that Washington residents deserved lasting security. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth echoed that message, praising the Guard for what he described as protecting a capital that should be safe and beautiful. He compared their mission to deployments on the southern border and in Los Angeles, underscoring the administration's law and order agenda. But it was Stephen Miller who delivered the sharpest rebuke to critics. Dismissing demonstrators as outsiders, Miller accused them of siding with criminals and traffickers, declaring they had no real ties to Washington. His remarks drew cheers from some supporters and jeers from protesters just beyond the barricades. As the officials departed Union Station, chants of "Free D.C." rang out louder, capturing the divide between Trump's push for federal control and local voices demanding autonomy. National Guard troops stood watch in the background, a visible reminder of the president's sweeping use of military power inside the Capitol. With Washington residents caught between heightened security and protests demanding freedom, the city remains a flashpoint in America's polarized political landscape. The question now, whether Trump's emergency order will expire on schedule or mark the start of a longer federal intervention in the heart of the nation.
So, how long have you guys been working here at this area? Has it been the whole 9 days? Thank you. All right, good to see you, man. Thank you.
Got it.
All right, awesome. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Hey guys. This is a lot more fun like I do most days. All right, appreciate it. Good to see you. Thanks for making this place safe. If you look at what's happened in Washington, D.C. in just the past 9 days, we've seen a 35% reduction in violent crime. We've seen over a 50% reduction in robberies. We are seeing really...
Do you think you have congressional... Will Congress go along with that?
Well, look, we'll ultimately let the President of the United States determine where we are after 30 days of this emergency order. I think that we're going to make a lot of progress over the next 20 days. I think that we're 9 days into this thing. But if the President of the United States thinks that he has to extend this order to ensure that people have access to public safety, then that's exactly what he'll do. If he thinks he doesn't have...
National Guard, the Defense Department is proud to be standing with you on the President and ensuring we have a safe capital that is beautiful, that residents can come visit. We're committed to this mission just like the one at the southern border and in Los Angeles. Our law enforcement officers...
1% of the city. And the voices that you hear out there, those crazy communists, they have no roots, they have no connections to the city, they have no families they're raising in this city, they have no one that they're sending to school in this city, they have no jobs in this city, they have no connections to this community at all. But they're the ones who've been advocating for the 1%, the criminals, the killers, the rapists, the drug dealers. And I'm glad they're here.